today I wanted to just take a little bit of time just to let you know that you are important and that I love you. And if nobody ever has said it to you, you're going to hear it from me today. You're beautiful, you're handsome, you're divine. This is Antoinette Marie. Well, hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Antoinette Marie of Antoinette Marie Speaks. Hey, y'all, how y'all doing? So I am wanting just to do something very quickly. I want to first just say thank you to each and every individual that came out on this weekend to help me celebrate my first book launch. I can't say it any greater than what I've already said it on social media outlets. I just wanted to say thank you. Just wanted to say thank you to each and every one that came out to help me celebrate. I think initially people thought that the weather was going to be an issue. And listen, one of the things I always like to say is that when you believe, you prayed about something and you believe it, then it happens. It just has to happen. And so one of the things that I did is that I was a praying sister. You know, I was praying, Lord, I know this weather is supposed to be one thing. However, I believe in what you said. And you said that if I would ask anything, and that's what I did. I asked God, please hold the weather off so that it would not snow. And that's exactly what he did. That's exactly what happened. It did not snow. And so for those of you, I'm just tagging people on here. For those of you that did not get an opportunity to come to the book launch, I still want to say thank you for even registering and had your intent to come. That's one. The other thing is, listen, y'all, when you say you're going to do something, you just have to do it, right? That's what we do. We are people of our word. And so I wanted to just say that as well. The other thing is also on today. Actually, let me tell you a little bit about what happened. Hey, Facebook. Hello, Sister Friends United, and hello, YouTube. So you can go to my website if you are still looking to purchase the book, AntoinetteMarie.com. That's AntoinetteMarie.com. You can go there and purchase either book, Bruised But Not Broken, Level Up, the Handbook to Unleash Your Greatness, and or my third book, which is Raising Healthy Children in an Unhealthy World. And so you have the opportunity to purchase either of those. So let me just tell you all a little bit about my book launch. When I tell you we had such a fantastic time, all of the individuals that came, they were just wonderful. Everybody was wonderful. As well as my team. I tell you, my team is so fantastic. They're so dynamic, all the way to my daughter, who actually did my makeup and my attire. She's absolutely remarkable and dynamic. So I want to say to her, thank you so much. My daughter, Anna, I want to say thank you. The other thing is I had an exceptional event crew from the event planner and myself, event planner A and it planner A1. I just tell you, I can't say enough about Andrea Haas, who actually does so many things. She owned the restaurant that we had the book launch at, as well as she can do multiple things. And so she was a part of my team as my event planner. and it was beautiful. It was fantastic. Y'all saw the pictures. It was beautiful. And so I also wanted just to say thank you to, we call him Ben 1 and Ben 2, Chef Ben, who prepared the food. Also wanted to say thank you to him and his crew that allowed for me to come in and test taste the food prior to. That was a great experience. And so I want to say thank you to Byron. I want to say thank you to the rest of your crew, Ben 1. And then I want to say thank you to Ben 2. Ben 2 was and is my photographer, and he did an exceptional job. I haven't seen all the pictures yet. I know those photos are going to be remarkable. And so I am really, really looking forward to that as well. And then we had Miss Reed. Miss Reed was watching everything that came through the door. And I had a signature, a drink that I had there that was absolutely great. And I really, really appreciate her insight on that as well. So everything went absolutely great. I had a friend of mine, Aaron Booker, came and took some moving caption film as well. And so I'm looking forward to seeing that. So I know you did not want to be here today to hear me say all of that. If you're here to say, I am here, put a comment in the bottom, because this is an interactive conversation. And actually today, by popular demand, I did a reading at one of the sessions that we had. And we did sessions because we wanted to be COVID free and COVID safe. I want to just say that. And so when I did one of the actual reading at one of the sessions, which was the last session, individuals were asking me, did I have it on audio? And I don't have the Level Up book on audio. I don't even have my contribution on audio, but I did have it on ebook. And so you're able to go on my website as well, AntoinetteMarie.com, and get what you need, which is my chapter in the Level Up book. But today, what I wanted to do, because I was asked to do so, I want to read you a portion of my Level Up book, right? And so if you're ready, say you're ready. I know I have a few people on here. So if you are ready, say I'm ready. I want to do that as well. Okay, somebody gave me a thumbs up. Not sure who that is, but let's go. Let's read it, right? So here is Level Up, the handbook to unleash your greatness. Here we go. I know some of you may be asking me, where's the actual book? I actually printed it out, so I have it right here. All right. Antoinette Marie, if you don't balance the stress in your life, you may be dead within 2 years, and no one will care what type of leader you were. This was the comment from my doctor, Dr. Kelly. I had gone in to see her. Get my tea here. I had gone in to see her because I was feeling horrible. And she said to me, your stress level, they had given me a stress test. And she said to me, your stress is off the charts. I don't know what you're doing, but you need to stop. And I was so concerned. And many of you that have been in corporate America, you know, it's pretty daunting rather. So that's what she said to me. In 2 years, you'll be gone. So let's go. So you think you are irreplaceable until you are replaced. I was an executive and senior leader that had landed my dream job, or so I thought. My career gave me a sense of purpose and status. I would go to work at 6:30 a.m. and leave at 6:30 p.m. And with 2 college degrees under my belt, I was climbing the corporate ladder. I had authority, I had status. I was traveling, I was networking, and completing tasks before they were due. I was also advising the CEO, writing grants, and making great money. Oh, by the way, my stress level was at an all-time high, and I was slowly evaporating as an individual, as a woman, as a wife, as a friend, and as a mom. And unknowingly, my personal life was falling apart. You see, for a woman to make it in corporate America, the society says, go to school. They say, get at least an undergraduate degree. Then they say, for you to climb this corporate ladder, you need a graduate degree. And to even compete for a managerial position, better yet, a director's role, you needed to work harder, you needed to work faster, and you needed to stay a bit longer. So, what was I to do in a society that promoted your career over family? While having a family was really looked upon as secondhand goods. The busier I was, the more significant I felt. The more business trips I was asked to go on, the more I felt empowered as a woman that had a professional team. I was very proud of it, and I made no apologies. I gained an immense amount of external commodities, such as building a new home, having multiple vehicles, and sending our children to the best schools. But my life had become empty because I had no idea who I was. Better yet, had no idea whose I was. Yes, secretly, I had been suffering from insomnia, severe migraines, and at times felt lonely and depressed. I was eating under 1,000 calories a day. I was at home working even when I should have not been. I had answered the call to corporate America and was willing to be their superwoman. Well, this is what I told myself. I was caught in the web of superwoman syndrome. I had to excel at high levels all the time, higher than a man had to, even for the same recognition. And you know what? Doing more and not redelegating work or responsibilities, and neither managing my personal or family life helped me at all. And beyond that, I was constantly striving and stretching myself to accomplish everything possible in a perfect manner and not putting myself as a top priority. So after finishing my master's degree one morning in 2004, I was sitting in church and I began having severe heart palpitations, sweating profusely, and my hands began to shake. I thought to myself, okay, maybe I'm just too excited from the choir, or maybe the spirit is so high that I just need to calm myself down. Maybe I should just take off my suit coat, which I did. And after about 5 minutes, sweat began to continue to run down my back. And it was winter. And the heart palpitations persisted. I held my head down and I began to pray. And this is what I said: God, I'm not sure what's going on here, but please help me. I said as long as I could, and I decided that I had no choice but to excuse myself from the service. And with that one finger up, I walked swiftly into the ladies' room. My entire body was drenched with sweat, my heart still beating profusely, and I realized I needed to do something. I thought, I stay only a few blocks away from the church, so let me just excuse myself and go home. And that's what I did. I walked home. Well, let me say I briskly ran home. When I got there, I took a long shower. I felt better. Though my heart was still pounding, I thought if I could just drink some chamomile tea and rest for a few hours, I would be fine. I did that, and I did feel better. But as the days went by, I couldn't hold any food down, and I was quickly losing weight. Actually, I lost 19 pounds in 1 month. However, that superwoman that I am, I didn't stop. But as the days went by, my coworker said to me, "Hey, are you feeling okay?" I said, "Sure. Why do you ask?" She said, "You don't look so good." I said to her, "What do you mean I don't look so good? I'm a director. I always look good." So with my St. John suit on and my Walter Steger heels, I was not going to lose my professionalism. I had to stay poised. I said, "Actually, I'm great." What a lie. I could barely stand in those black stiletto heels. A few days later, I woke up and feeling quite dizzy, lethargic, and out of breath. I thought that I had caught some type of stomach virus, so I drank some of that beautiful pink stuff. That pink stuff called Pepto-Bismol. And I went to work. That day, I had to make a bank deposit. And as soon as I went into the bank, I began to regurgitate what little of last night's dinner I had left in me. I was so embarrassed. My heart felt like it was going to beat right out of my chest, and again was sweating, oh my goodness, uncontrollably. And yet all I could think of was I didn't want to let my supervisor down. So I pushed through the pain. I pushed through the weakness. However, later that day, I found myself in the ER, quarantined, and looking up to 4 doctors who are actually specialists and undergoing a battery of tests. My doctor came in the room and said that I had contracted a gastrointestinal infection. I said, "What do you mean?" I didn't understand what that was. And I said, "A what?" And I was floored. No, literally, I hit the floor. I was severely dehydrated. Once he gave me that diagnosis, I passed out on the floor and passed out on the floor. I came around to find myself in a hospital bed, not a triage room at this point, surrounded by an additional team of interns and specialty doctors. The chief of staff explained that the bacteria infection saved my life. Without it, I would have not come to the hospital. He continued to explain that the root cause of my illness and diagnosed me with an autoimmune disease called Graves' disease. Yes, Graves' disease. Now, for a woman such as myself, a minister, a proud pastor's daughter, the word Graves was not something that I knew I would accept. But this Graves' disease, which also was what led to my hyperactive thyroidism, this explained my enlarged thyroid goiter that I had been hiding behind sweaters and front lace blouses. So I want to stop here and say, if you know of someone that has perhaps been suffering from something called Graves' disease, and people always ask me, what are some of the symptoms? Let me tell you, sudden weight loss, mood swings, heat sensitivity, and an increase in feeling warm, being very moist in your skin, frequent bowel movements, feeling extremely weak, a change in your skin color and texture, pain in the eye, a change in vision, bulging eyes, and redness in the eyes. If you think that you know of someone that perhaps have some of those particular symptoms, please reach out to them. And I would suggest that you contact the American Thyroid Association, www.thyroid.org. So after weeks of radioactive iodine therapy, there I was in my bedroom with no friends, not even a call from my employer, armed with only a pad of paper and a disposable pen. And guess who? My Creator, Most High. I had to eventually ask the question, how did I get here? That's what I'm going to leave you today. How did I get here? How did I get here? I began to ramble how good of a person I was. I attend church services weekly. I read the Bible every day. I prayed often. I paid tithes and offering, and I give to the less fortunate. I'm a youth minister at my church. God, why am I here? After I ceased from giving myself such selfish accolades, all I could hear was a small, still voice saying to me, you need to slow down, and I love you. So over the next several years, I slowed down. I spent quality time with my family. I managed our small construction company and became a real estate broker. I was centered and focused right until the financial crisis hit in 2007, 2008. I had lost over 75% of my real estate clientele, and the market was at an all-time crawl. Soon in 2010 came around, and I was asked to apply for a managerial position at a local nonprofit. I hesitated because I was very content in being an entrepreneur. However, I wanted to help more women to become successful. So I accepted the position, and in less than 6 months, I was promoted to a director's role. I was very proud of my accomplishment and was on my way to building a strong team. However, this endeavor came with a tremendous amount of stress. I was overseeing several state and federal programs with an annual budget of over $3.5 million, with close to 40 full-time staff. And if that wasn't enough, I had become the organization's community liaison, representative with the United Way, a grant writer, board and committee member, advisor to our president, and traveled to regional and national advocacy conferences throughout the year. Not to mention having to deal with the profusion of haters that came along with this executive role. And somehow I made time for my children, the church, and my community, but rarely made myself a priority. My family was looked upon as the ideal African American family. We had built a new home. Our children were bilingual, went to the best schools in the district. We had multiple vehicles and had a growing business. What more could they ask for? And I'm going to stop here. I'm going to stop here because I want you to get the book, Level Up, the Handbook to Unleash Your Greatness. And I'm stopping here as well because it is very important, as I read that to you, just a snippet. I want to talk to you just really quick about not being a superwoman. You don't have to be a superwoman. You're already great. And I would love for women to truly be able to understand what that means. And this is what it means. God has already given you every single thing that you need in your life. You don't need to be a superwoman. Just be exactly who you are. Someone that is and has been created here for such a time as this. You are someone that God has decided that you are so important to Him. And so today, I want you just to see yourself differently. I want you to see yourself as the great woman that you are, the great man that you are. Never, ever, ever allow for other people's wants, other people's desires to pull on you so much that you lose yourself, that you lose what you truly want to do in your own life. I had a call yesterday from a potential client, and the potential client actually came to me for another reason. She wanted me to perhaps help her in writing a grant. At the end of that hour and a half call, we had figured out that maybe the grant writing really wasn't what she needed me for. We really realized it was about the relationship. And for me to allow myself to be the access so that she could scaffold all these ideas that she actually had in her head. And a lot of times, women, in particular, if you are in or have been in corporate America, it is hard. Now, am I here saying that corporate America is bad? No. What I am here to say is monitor your own health before you monitor the health of others. Your children need you. Your family need you. And above all of that, you need you, right? And so create that balance. Corporate America is not going to create the balance for you. That I know for sure, because that system does not work that way, beloved. But you have to manage and you have to tell other systems, other people as well, what is important for you and what is important to you. You must set the narrative. And when you can set the narrative and let individuals and systems know what's important to you, then you can live that life of abundance. Then you can live that life of abundance, right? And so that's all I have for today. I may come back and read a little bit more, but I want to just encourage you just to let you know there is nothing that you cannot do, but you don't have to do it and be somebody's superwoman. Have peace in your heart. Love and take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Because what I do know for sure is this. In 2016, when I was asked to come to headquarters, and they said to me, the same company that I'm very grateful for, we're not terminating you. We just can't afford you anymore. And if you think about that, just that word, that phrase, that sentence is very powerful. They could not afford me anymore. It was one of the best days of my life. One of the best days of my life. And it pushed me even more into entrepreneurship. It pushed me to pick my baby back up, my company back up. It pushed me to do that. And so sometimes we think that somebody is doing something and they mean harm. And even if their motive was harmful, I know that all things work together for the good of them that are called according to God's purpose. And I am called according to God's purpose. So I wanted to encourage you on that. There is nothing that you are missing. You're not missing out on anything, because what is for you is for you. You better believe it. It is for you. And you're not missing out on anything. So if you want to start a business, you start a business, but have a vision, have a mentor, and have a life strategist or a coach, someone that can help you get from one level to the next level, right? Someone that can help you scaffold your ideas, and always, always, always have support. Support is so important. It's so important, right? And so I'm leaving you with that on today. Again, thank you so much for your time, your attention. I hope that you find this chat that we had. I see you, Brandy, on it. Brandy, do you have any questions? I wanted to put in a Q&A on here. But if I don't have any questions, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. I appreciate you. But does anybody have any questions? Carolyn, do you have any questions? Dante, Tanya, do you have any questions for me? And if not, you can put them in the comment section, right? You can do that as well. Tanya says, I'm watching on my lunch break. I love it. Now I'll finish with the book. Definitely going to pick it up. God bless. Thank you, Tanya, that you're watching it during your lunch break. Thank you, beloved. I appreciate you. Thank you, Brandy, for always, always being on time. I appreciate you so much. And I want to do this plug. Brandy Johnson is I say Brandy is a part of my team because she is absolutely great when it comes to typing and copy. I don't know the actual title of that it's called. She's a connector. She can connect you with many, 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 many people. Copywriter. That's what I call. She's a copywriter. And so Brandy actually is the individual that on my website, AntoinetteMarie.com, you can see that it's going to say an ebook, Removing the Superwoman's Cape. and that is Miss Brandy Johnson's work. And I want to just say thank you, Brandy. I appreciate you. I'm hoping to see you soon, like in April, in the city. And so thank you so much. And I want to say to every single woman that is out here in corporate America, if you are right now have a Zoom call and you are, and it's 12:42, and at 1:42 you have another Zoom call, and 2 o'clock you got another Zoom call, and you got a WebEx, and then you got a webinar. Stop it. Listen, come talk to me. I can show you how to strategize, and not telling you to remove yourself from corporate America, but there's a way that you can at least have balance in your life, mind, body, soul, and spirit, and still keep who you are and live authentically. Let me know if I can help. And as always, this is Antoinette Marie of Antoinette Marie Speaks. Love on your spouse if you have one. Let them know that they are important to you. And also remember this, that love is an action. It's not just what you say, it's actually what you do. And if you have children, let your children know that they are extremely important to you. And even if they don't reciprocate it, they don't kiss you, they don't hug you, they don't say, oh, thank you, Mom, thank you, Dad. I want to let you know that you are exceptional. So I want to say thank you. So thank you, Tanya. Thank you, Brandy. I love you. This is Antoinette Marie Williams of Antoinette Marie Speaks. I will see you a little bit later. Take care. Be well. 1 second. Today is a good day. Always is. Take care and be well.
Today, I wanted to just take a little bit of time just to let you know that you are important and that I love you. And if nobody ever has said it to you, you're going to hear it from me today. You're beautiful, you're handsome, you're divine. This is Antoinette Marie.